everyone. Welcome back to Toyota Talk. This is Parnian Maghsoudi from downtown Toyota. Thank you for following us. And this is Jim Kia.
Hello. Thank you so much for being with us. We are on the third episode of the Toyota Talk. And today we are going to talk about financing for you and give you more information.
So the previous episode, we talked about leasing, and in this episode we're going to open up more about financing and show you what is the benefits and what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage, and give you more information. Okay, Jim, again we're here together. You have lots of experience in this business. I wanted to start asking you, the previous episode we spoke briefly about the leasing and the advantage and everything. In this episode, I want you to educate people more about financing, the advantage, the disadvantage, and what is the what people should do basically that is better for them.
In the previous episode, we talked about the leasing. I'm going to just touch point briefly about it. Leasing, there's a lot of advantages to it, and on the financing, when people they want to finance the vehicle, they have to sit down with a sales rep and tell them about the way they want to drive and how far a distance as a daily basis they commute, and they want to know what's the mileage basically is going to be on the car at the end of each month. Normally the people they are financing the vehicle, they are driving in an average of like about 80 to 100 kilometers a day because they commute a lot and they don't want to be over mileage when on the lease. If you don't buy back the car, you want to return it, you have to pay for the over mileage. But on the finance, the car belongs to you, so you don't have to pay for the over mileage. So also, a lot of people like the courier companies, taxi drivers, Uber drivers, these are the people, they put 200 to 300 kilometers every day on the vehicle. So for them, leasing does not make sense as much as the financing.
Yes.
But don't forget, when you finance the vehicle, people they have to understand certain things. As I mentioned on the lease when you get the car as a lease, if you go in an accident and the car is written off or stolen, insurance they pay 100% of whatever value you owe. And the finance part, insurance company in an average, they come and they get 3 used vehicles similar to yours and they average the pricing and they pull it out and they come and say, hey Parnian, for example, you owe $50,000 on the vehicle you finance, and your vehicle is worth only $40,000. So there's a $10,000 gap in here. So insurance paid the $40,000, and that $10,000 you have to pay from your pocket. So in that matter, people, they come and finance the vehicle, 100% they have to get gap insurance from the dealership, because the gap insurance you get from your insurance company is totally different than the gap insurance you get from the dealership. Because if you finance the car for 7 years, the gap insurance you get from the dealership, it covers that negative equity between the gap between the car gets stolen or is
so basically the value of the car and how much you owe.
Exactly. So that gap, it would be covered by the gap insurance. Yeah. And the gap insurance from the dealership is normally between $1 to $50,000 they cover. It depends what vehicle you're buying and what value the vehicle has.
One question, yes. Jim. So on daily basis, we see lots of customers. There's customers that they come to us, they say, okay, the finance rates are too high, I'm gonna go cash. What is the objection? Like why you think like people think that they should put their whole money, the cash money, into a car, into something that depreciate? This is my idea. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think about it?
First of all, you have to find out where that money comes to pay cash. If you have your own money and it's sitting in your bank account and doing nothing for you, absolutely nothing. So if you buy the car as cash and just pay like as a money, like no interest at all, so that's to your advantage. But if you go and borrow it against your house through the HELOC, home equity line of credit, or the any other credit card or line of credit to buy that, even the interest rate, that's the biggest mistake people they do, because there's a compound interest, and people they pay interest on top of interest with those.
Normally people do that. They say I have a line of credit that the interest is 1%, 2%, 3%. I don't know, like so much lower than what actually our new car or used cars are offering. So they say, oh, why I go for that? I'm going to get from my line of credit. That's the worst mistake. But sometimes
on a line of credit, you can be lazy and you pay only interest only to be in the lower payment. And then this is keep on going. You are keep paying and you pay no principal unless you are very, very, very educated person and you are very solid person and you pay the principal with the interest together and finish it fast. Otherwise, a $50,000 car can come to the $80,000 car because of that. So that's going to be very challenging.
Okay, so normally you recommend financing on both used car and new car, or like do you have any, like a new car normally we do recommend leasing, but what do you think?
As I said, we can the recommendation we can give to the client is based on their needs.
Yeah.
We have to sit down and talk to them. We have to see what they do and what everything else.
Okay.
We are going to have more talk in the next episode, and we are going to explain everything.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
for being with us this week as well. Next episode, we're going to open up more about used car, new car, and again, how to purchase a vehicle and what is best and what is not. Thank you again. Have a great week. See you soon.